Hi, my name is Brad Larson, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about friction, how animals use friction, and how that applies to nanotechnology. So, friction is the force that opposes motion between any surfaces that are in contact. And there are four types of friction: static, sliding, rolling, and fluid friction. Static friction acts on objects when they're resting on a surface. So, think about walking on the ground. Every step that you take with your shoe, that's using friction. If you were not to have that friction, you'd most likely just slide over and fall. Sliding friction is friction that acts on objects when they're sliding over a surface. So think about having your furniture on a hardwood floor. When you push that, your couch is so much easier to move. Rolling friction is friction that acts on objects when they're rolling over a surface. And for an example for this one, think of cars rolling across the surface on the asphalt. The last one is fluid friction. Fluid friction acts on objects that are moving through a fluid. And everyone has experienced this if you've put your hand through a tub of water or if you've walked through a pool. The first animal I'm going to tell you about is a snake. Snakes use sliding friction to move. They slide along the ground and have scales. These scales are designed to keep the snake from sliding backwards or sideways while they're either moving forward or trying to climb. This is a good strategy, but when they're trying to climb trees, it's a little bit harder for them to get down. They need to use a different strategy. The snakes being able to move like this, though, makes them pretty fast and pretty slippery. This makes them not slip when they're chasing prey and makes them more agile as well. This also makes them very strategic when they're trying to run from prey as well. They can get into holes, go under rocks. And the way this relates to nanotechnology is the snake is unbonded to the surface on which it is moving and interacting with. Another animal that uses friction is snails. Snails use fluid friction to move. To do this, they squirt out a layer of slime to protect their soft bodies from the rough ground. This also makes snails harder to grab. This method protects them from potential predators, giving the snails time to get into their shell. And the slime they're sliding on also acts as a shield against parasites. So, snails compare to nanotechnology because the snail itself is unbonded to the surface, and it also relates because the shells are strong and lightweight. And scientists nowadays are trying to use this method to build nanotechnology body armor for the military. And the sources that I used were from Annabelle, and that was from Prezi.com. I used the book Understanding Technology,